Hi, I'm Jackson Robol, and welcome to the Jackson Robol Show. The Jackson Robol Show is a community show. We talk about sports and much more. We record interviews on Zoom and put them on our Facebook page. My guest today is the founder of Okie School of Adventure, Neil Turner, and his son, Alex Turner. Can you tell us a little about yourselves?
Yeah, we'd be happy to. First of all, Jackson, thank you very much for having us on here. It's our first time to be interviewed, and we're happy to be with a pro to help us get through. My name's Neil. This is my son, Alex.
Yeah, thanks for interviewing with my video too.
You're welcome.
So just a little bit about ourselves. We live in professionally, I was agriculture engineer. I worked in a lot of cotton gins, including some in your neck of the woods there in North Carolina. And Alex, a couple of years ago, we made the decision to start homeschooling. He kind of struggled a little bit with the traditional classroom. And so we decided to start homeschooling him. And that's how the Okie School of Adventure started.
It's pretty cool. Can you tell us a little bit about your job?
Yeah, so these days, I'm pretty much stay-at-home dad with teaching Alex. And whenever we started doing homeschool, we were trying to figure out a way to make sure that education was fun for him. And so the first thing we did was strap a tent to the back of our truck and took off down the road. He wanted to go to Montana. And so we started a big camping trip. We were gone for about 30 or 40 days. And saw all kinds of things along the way. We hiked on some volcanoes. We got to go to Yellowstone. We got to see the geysers. We went all the way out to the islands off the coast of Washington. And it was just a great learning experience. The whole time he was doing it, he was doing regular classwork too. But we just made sure to do a lot of hands-on in-person activities. And when we got back to Oklahoma, we realized that the adventures didn't have to stop. So we started doing some local adventures. We started visiting some farms, some fisheries, a robotics place that specializes in robotics. Pretty much anything that Alex found interesting and we could get a tour of, we'd go see. And my wife suggested that we start sharing those adventures with other people. We realized how lucky we were to be able to have that as a big part of our school. So we thought it was a good idea to try to start sharing that with other people. So we started a Facebook page and a YouTube channel. And now when we go do an adventure, we try to do a video about it. We don't do a video every time. But do you remember how many videos you have?
I have like 30 to 35 and also we've reached above 1,000 subscribers right now.
Yeah, when we started, we were super excited just to have 10 subscribers. And just recently we passed 1,000 subscribers, so we've been really excited about that. So that's kind of the beginnings of Okie School of Adventure and where we're at now.
Oh, that's a good deal. What inspired you to become a founder?
So we were very fortunate whenever Alex was a little younger. Whenever he was about 3 and 4, he was in some special needs classes, pre-K classes. Alex is on the spectrum. He has autism. And there was a very good teacher to student ratio. He loved school and it was going really well. When he entered kindergarten, he was just put in a general classroom and had a fabulous teacher and some great classmates, but it was just a little overwhelming for him. There were over 20 kids in there. The school was a big school with about 1,000 kids. And so he just kind of struggled to be in the regular classroom. It was hard on him and hard on the teachers and hard on his classmates. So that's when we decided to do the homeschool. And not being an educator myself, I was a little apprehensive and scared about it. But there's a ton of resources out there to help get us started. And I just kind of thought, well, as part of all the school is how that goes. I can show him some of the things I grew up with and some of the things that I like seeing and give him an opportunity to enjoy those things. And that's where the adventure part of the school came. So that's where the inspiration came.
That's a good deal. And what is your favorite part of your job?
What, Alex, why don't you start with this? What's the most favorite state you visited whenever we went visiting states?
Every single one.
Every-
Every single one.
Every
Oh,
single
cool.
one.
And I like the trains even more than the actual states.
Train. He's big into trains, so we see a lot of trains on the trip. Usually he says Montana was his favorite, but he's been to several, and he enjoys them all when we go. What about your favorite video?
Favorite video? All of them.
The
Totally all of them.
one that you make. What was your favorite?
My most favorite to make was my first video, since I was very excited. But I've got all the others that I totally like the same way.
Yeah. Hello.
In this, we wouldn't meet people such as yourself, and everywhere we go, I'm always just amazed at how many people are supportive and encouraging, and their stories that help along the way too. So that's my favorite part, is just the connection with people all across the U.S. and how helpful they've been.
It's a good deal. And what is your proudest moment so far?
Do you have a proudest moment so far?
My proudest moment every time I upload a video and every time I go to the exact state I planned on going to.
My proudest moments, my happiest moments with all of this is sometimes when we go see a place. I'm not sure if it's really sinking in for Alex or how. But then whenever he brings it up 2 or 3 days later, and says, "Hey, Dad, remember when we saw such and such?" Then I know that it was really sinking in and that he was taking it all in. So, sometimes he has rough days when we're on the road and he may not seem that into it. But whenever I know he's remembering the things that we saw a couple of days or even months or a year later, he will recall something that we saw. And that just makes everything extra special. For instance, about 3 days ago in his regular curriculum, he was studying Rosa Parks. And last spring, we happened to be in Montgomery, and we got to see where all of the Rosa Parks story took place and her statue, and went on a tour there. So things like that, where he's able to make that connection back to what we saw, I just feel incredibly lucky that we were able to do that.
That's cool. And what is your social media?
So as we said, we have a YouTube channel, and if you search for Okie School of Adventure on YouTube, you can find that. And we also have Facebook as well. Same thing, search Okie School of Adventure. We don't have any other websites. I'm trying to figure out a little bit about Instagram and start to post a few things there, but pretty much for now, all our content's on Facebook and YouTube.
That's cool. And what is your website?
All of our, we don't have a proper website. We just put all our content on Facebook. So
Okay.
On Facebook.
So you guys gonna work on a website?
Yeah, that's it. Maybe that'll be a good school project for him when he's just a little bit older.
Okay.
Sorry.
Oh, that's pretty cool, guys.
You have something you wanted to add, Alex? Did I forget something?
Yeah, and our main YouTube and our main website would be YouTube. So we post our videos there, and everyone likes them.
And be sure to check it out, huh?
Yeah,
Okay.
be sure to check it out since dislikes are removed.
That's cool. Our sponsors. The Jackson Robol Show is brought to you by Armstrong Heating and Air. Feed and Air Company from Eastern North Carolina. Follow them on Facebook at www.facebook.com/Armstrong Heating and Air in North Carolina. The Jackson Robol Show is brought to you by Robert West. Are you looking to sell your home for maximum profit? Now is the best time to list with a realtor. Contact realtor Robert West with Keller Williams Points East at 252-689-7550 or message him through his Facebook page, Realtor Robert West. Simple and to the point. The Jackson Robol Show is also brought to you by Watercolors by Carol and Eliminate Art Gallery. Please check them out on Facebook on www.watercolorsbycarol.net. Well, thanks for watching the Jackson Robol Show. I'm Jackson. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you, Jackson.